Welcome there to this new episode of Germany How It Is, guys. As you see, I'm dressed a little bit different. I'm dressed in some traditional clothes because today I'm talking about Bavaria. And not only Bavaria, also about Franconia and all what is really about Bavaria. I guess most of you think about Bavaria when they think about Germany. And I believe it's due to the fact that after the Second World War, when the Allied forces occupied Germany, most of the American troops were based in Bavaria. So when they get home to the United States, they brought the image of Bavaria and said, oh, I was in Germany, but actually they only see Bavaria. And this is how the image of Bavaria spread to the world. But Germany is made up of 16 different states, and every of them is unique and has a different tradition. But Bavaria is sometimes seen not as part of Germany by another Germans that are not live in Bavaria, because Bavaria has a really strong and unique tradition. And this explains sometimes why people think about Bavaria when they think about Germany. But to make some things clear, I'm not a Bavarian. I'm born in the state of Bavaria, I'm raised there. Also my parents are born in the state of Bavaria, but I'm not a Bavarian. I'm Franconian. And that's the first mistake people make often. They think people that live in the state of Bavaria are Bavarians. But that's not true. Bavaria is based up on 4 different tribes. The first are in the north of Bavaria are the Franconians. Then you have the Swabians, and then you have the Old Bavarians, which are made up by Oberpfalz and Nieder, which means Lower Bavaria, and Upper Oberbayern, Upper Bavaria. And the 4th tribe are the refugees and displaced persons after the Second World War. When Germany lost the war, the people that live in former East Germany and now Polish or Poland were refugees and displaced persons. They had to leave their former land because of the Red Army, or the people, or the Polish people used violence to force them out. And so about 2 million people seek refugee and asylum in the state of Bavaria. And there's 2 million people, and they are called the 4th tribe of Bavaria. So not everyone that lives in Bavaria is a Bavarian. And there is a big rivalry between Franconians and Bavaria. For example, we pay also taxes, and they collect all the taxes in Munich, but then the Bavarians in Munich don't give that money back for infrastructure, schools and so on. They keep it for the area about München and the Bavarian area. And also they stole a lot of art and stuff like that and don't give it back. So for this point I understand, I think, most of you people, how it feels to be a minority. First of all, in Bavaria and Germany at all, we were occupied, and some say we are still occupied till today by the Allied forces and the Americans. And the next thing is, I live in the state of Bavaria, but I'm not a Bavarian, and I'm oppressed in some way by the Bavarians. So I'm a minority for myself, and I think this creates some understanding. So from minority to minority. Anyway, Bavaria is from the land sides, the largest state in Germany. And Bavaria has the 2nd largest population in Germany. And also it's one of the richest states in Germany. So after the Second World War, it was a very rural state with a lot of agriculture. But after the Second World War, they moved into a big industrial state with a lot of jobs, and that's the reason why a lot of people moved to Bavaria. And you have to understand, in Europe Germany pays a lot of money into the European Union because of the financial situation. Germany has a positive financial situation in the European Union, and a lot of other states don't have it. So Germany pays and the other gets the money. But if you look into Germany, there's the same balance in some way, which means there's 16 federalistic states, but only 3 of them, you think, 3 out of 16 states have a positive financial situation, and the other 13 states make a minus. So 3 states pay for the other 13 states, and that's all even the same 3 states that pay for the whole European Union, and Bavaria is one of those states. And this leads to some conflicts in Germany with the other states often, because the people here have jobs and they work and they pay their taxes, and the other people can do it. But I will cover this more in the Germany video I will do about the 16 different states and differences in the states. So back to Bavaria. And Bavaria is also a free state, which means after the Second World War in 1918 the monarchy was banned, and they declared themselves a free state, free from monarchy, free from kings and lords and so on. And the title is still there today. There are other states in Germany that are also free states, but not all of them are free states. I mean, by law it doesn't make any difference anymore, but this is how it is. Bavaria is a free state. And yeah. And for myself, I'm not a Bavarian, to make this very, very clear. And the people in the state of Bavaria and the different tribes have also a different culture. They have a different dialect, and they have different food and so on. And this is a benefit, I think, not only for Bavaria but also for Germany, that every area is different to another area. I think when you go to some other countries, and everywhere it's equal and the same, but not so in Germany, and especially not in Bavaria, because you move from one area to another area and the people speak some kind of a different dialect, some have different traditions and so on and on. I mean, when in my area, even Franconian is made up to 3 different areas, and we have a Vino Franconian, and we have a wine Franconian, and we have a beer Franconian, we have a middle, upper and lower Franconia. And everywhere in Franconia the people are different, and you can go to some village and those people in the village claim that they are different and have a different tradition and a different dialect than those people in the village 20 kilometers next to them. And so this is in the whole situation there, that in my area there's a mix with the dialect with some Bavarian and Franconian dialect. Some people have a different Franconian dialect, and in other people of Franconian there's the dialect also different. So it's not that you may think, when you think about Germany, that Germany is Bavaria. It's not this. And when you, or even if you not think, but when you only think about Bavaria, that all people in Bavaria wear lederhosen and Schuhplattler and Oktoberfest and stuff like that, these are Bavarians. But other people have other traditions, other festivals. I guess it's better festivals, because I for myself was never at Oktoberfest. For me the Oktoberfest, it's too expensive, too crowded, and it's only for tourists. And when you come to my area, when the festival season is, you can go from village to village, town to town and city to city every weekend and see another different festival with another different tradition, and it's much cheaper than the Oktoberfest, less crowded, and the people are not as arrogant as the people in Munich. But I have to say, for the people in Munich, mostly not originally from Munich. In those days the real Munican people live outside of Munich, and inside of Munich live all the people that moved there from other German states or from outside of Germany to live in Munich because of the job situation. Anyway, so Bavarians are, or not everyone that lives, as I said, is a Bavarian. I'm not Bavarian, and there's a big conflict. I mean, not a conflict like other conflict with gunfights and stuff like that. The people in Germany, civilized people, we don't fight and shoot and knife each other down like they're doing in some developing countries. But there is a misunderstanding in some friendish way. It's not that bad, the situation. It's more like a rivalry between people in some friendly way or something like that. So, and Bavaria is, I think it's very good to live here, and it's very safe. The police is very strict in some way, but it's a really, really safe state. One of the safest, or I think it's the safest state in Germany. And low crime rate, good job situation. Not all areas, but in general. Also Franconia has good areas. The area where I live is really, really good with job situation. There are other areas that have high unemployment rate, and there are the conflicts. Those areas need some money, but the government in Munich don't give enough money to support those poor areas because they're Franconian areas, and says put all their money in their silly Bavarian Munich project. But we still need money here too. And this is, when you come to Bavaria, make sure and make clear in which area you are, because not every area is Bavarian, and it's some kind of insult if you, especially with the Franconian people, if you tell them, hey, you're Bavarian. It's not like this. And just to make it clear. So, but anyway, if you come there, enjoy your time, and have in mind, not all people that live in Bavaria are Bavarians. Thanks for watching, and cheers.